Welcome back to Beyond the Gate. Before we begin, don't forget to like this video, leave a comment and subscribe to the channel. Now let's step into Fairmont Crest, where secrets grow deeper, emotions run high, and today's events shake several lives in unexpected ways. In Fairmont Crest, life often appeared calm and polished on the outside. The elegant homes, the quiet streets, and the social gatherings gave the impression of a community where everything was carefully under control. But behind the gates and within those beautiful homes, the truth was far more complicated. On this particular stretch of time, several stories unfolded at once. Ori surfaced in one marriage. Rivalry spiraled out of control at the hospital, and an unexpected wedding plan turned into a shocking act of manipulation. Each moment carried its own weight, and by the time the day ended, more than one person would be questioning the people they trusted most. The night had been restless for Naomi Hawthorne. Even in sleep, her mind refused to find peace. She tossed and turned until suddenly she found herself trapped inside a vivid dream. In that dream, she saw Jacob, her husband, standing in the middle of a dangerous situation. The kind of danger she knew too well came with his line of work. Jacob was undercover again, walking the thin line between justice and disaster. In Naomi's dream, things went terribly wrong. She watched helplessly as chaos erupted around him. Her heart pounded as she tried to call out to him, but her voice seemed lost in the noise. The scene became more frightening with every passing moment until the worst possible outcome began to unfold. That was when Naomi jolted awake. Her breath came quickly as she sat upright in the quiet hotel room. For a moment, she couldn't separate the dream from reality. Then she felt a familiar presence beside her, Jacob. He was right there, safe and alive. Relief flooded through Naomi as she turned toward him, wrapping her arms around him tightly. For a few seconds, she simply held him, and needing to feel that he was real. Jacob immediately sensed her distress. "Hey, what's wrong?" he asked gently. Naomi explained the nightmare, describing the terrifying images that had felt so real only moments earlier. Jacob listened patiently, brushing her hair back from her face. He had seen this before. Naomi tried to be strong, but the constant risk of his undercover assignments were never easy for her to accept. "I'm right here," he reminded her softly. The comfort of his voice helped steady her breathing. Soon their conversation drifted to the night they had shared together, a rare moment of intimacy stolen from their busy lives. Naomi smiled faintly as she thanked him. "Thank you for always finding ways to keep us connected," she said. She knew their relationship required effort. His work pulled him into dangerous situations, and sometimes long periods passed without the normal routines couples relied on. So Naomi had learned to treasure every moment they could still together. "I will take whatever time I can get," she admitted. Jacob looked at her with deep affection. "You deserve more than stolen moments," he said. But for now, those moments were all they had. Before leaving the room to continue his assignment, Jacob leaned down and told Naomi something he never wanted her to forget. "I love you." Those words stayed with Naomi long after he walked out the door. Later, Naomi found herself at the hospital, trying to focus on her work. But the nightmare lingered in her thoughts like a shadow she couldn't shake. Her friend Ashley noticed almost immediately. "You look like you didn't sleep much," Ashley said. Naomi hesitated before finally opening up. She explained the dream, the fear it stirred up, and the constant worry she carried whenever Jacob went undercover. Ashley listened with sympathy. Anyone who knew Jacob understood the dangers involved in his job. But knowing that didn't make it easier for Naomi. "You are stronger than you think," Ashley told her. Naomi managed a small smile, though her heart still felt uneasy. What she didn't know was that somewhere else in the city, Jacob was already deep in the middle of another covert operation. Undercover and completely focused on the task ahead, he made a discreet phone call to arrange another exchange, another step in the dangerous mission he was determined to complete. The very situation Naomi feared most was already unfolding. At the hospital, another story began to unfold. When Dr. Carlton Fitzgerald returned from a trip, Carlton walked through the doors with his usual energy, greeting colleagues as if he had never left. His trip had been an unusual one. He had traveled to the French Caribbean for his niece's birthday celebration, and the event had turned into something far more entertaining than anyone expected. Carlton had somehow become the star of the party after participating in a series of energetic dance videos that quickly went viral online. Even thinking about it made him laugh. But despite all the fun, there was something he had missed deeply while he was away. Nicole Dupree. The moment he saw her again, his mood brightened even further. Carlton admitted he had been homesick during the trip, and he wasted no time suggesting they go out together soon. When the idea of a double date with Joey Armstrong and Vanessa McBride came up, Carlton agreed immediately. The conversation between Carlton and Nicole quickly turned playful as they joked about Joey's reputation. Some people referred to Joey as the town's local mobster, though the nickname was usually said with a laugh. Just as their laughter filled the room, another voice interrupted. Kiel approached them with a confident expression that immediately shifted the atmosphere. He explained that he had stopped by to retrieve something he had supposedly left behind at Nicole's place, his watch. The implication behind his words wasn't lost on anyone. Carlton's smile faded slightly. The tension between the two men had been building for some time, and now it was clear Kiel had no intention of backing down. The two doctors exchanged subtle insults discussed as a casual conversation. Nicole had heard enough. She stepped in firmly, cutting the argument short before it could escalate further. Later, Nicole spoke privately with Kiel. Her expression was serious. "That watch stunt," she said, "were out of line." Kiel tried to brush it off with his usual charm, but Nicole wasn't amused. She explained that his behavior had crossed a boundary. Nicole made it clear she needed time to decide whether his actions had changed the way she saw him. For once, Kiel seemed slightly uncertain. Afterward, Nicole found Carlton to apologize for the awkward situation. Carlton simply smiled. "You don't need to apologize," he said. His easygoing personality reminded one of the things Nicole appreciated most about him. But the rivalry between the two men was far from finished. Meanwhile, at the Fairmont Crest Country Club, Leslie Thomas was making plans that existed only in her imagination. Standing in the elegant lobby, she enthusiastically described an elaborate wedding to event planner Bijo. Flowers, music, decorations, every detail was carefully outlined. So guys, what do you think will happen next in Fairmont Crest? Will Naomi's fears about Jacob come true? Will Leslie create even more chaos for Eva and Izaiah, or for Chelsea and Madison's wedding? Share your thoughts in the comments, like this video, and subscribe to Beyond the Gate for more daily drama updates.